I have a problem.
Joking around about having a shopping addiction isn't normal.
My shopping addiction is crazy. For real. Crazy.
So today we're going to be going more in depth on a topic that's come up time to time on this channel when it comes to overconsumption, and that is shopping addiction and the huge issue it has become in the age of social media. Whether it's the relatable content of people showing their empty bank accounts but still getting a massive amount of stuff, buying things every single day. Others are using it as their entire personality and brand, growing their following online, or just the very real effects of it ruining your lives, including the people around you. With how much we watch each other on our phone screens all day long comparing our lives to theirs, this problem really only seems to be getting worse. We have a lot of different examples to go over along with some of your comments from previous videos, so if you want to be featured on a future video, leave it in the comments down below. Well, we're going to start off with a very interesting case from a TikTok user that has basically used her shopping addiction to gain followers and manipulate them to keep watching her channel. We could just start off with this quick clip.
I have a problem. This is all the shopping that I've done within the last 2 to 3 weeks. I think this is going to be my biggest haul. The bigger the haul, the more trashed my mental health is.
So this is a user with over 2.5 million followers called Brooke the Shopaholic. Great name, okay. And from what I've seen going over a lot of her posts, this is somebody who exploits her own issues and relates to other people with the same problem, making videos showing how bad her mental health is. Look at how much crap she's buying she really doesn't need. It costs so much money. I'm going to start decluttering. I'm going to change everything, turn my life around. And a little while later, there's a video of a brand new haul of her spending thousands of dollars on more crap. If you don't understand what I mean, you could take a look right here.
I've lost 15,000 followers the past 2 days because I'm continuing to post shopping content. I am just like you guys. I make mistakes. I learn from them. I try not to do them again, but I do. I'm a shopping account and I post my hauls here. So this is the haul from one of the hardest times I've ever experienced in my entire life.
And then it just turns into a plain haul, blaming it on her hardships, her mental health. But then when you really start looking into it, it's just another overconsumption TikTok account. She'll start gaining a following of other people having a legitimate issue being a shopping addict. If you've seen any of the other overconsumption TikTok and Project Pam, this is a real issue right now and people are trying to follow creators to fix their lives. This person shows up with millions of followers and then just shows brand new hauls of her buying tons of stuff all the time. This is basically like somebody who's an alcoholic in recovery trying to change their lives, and then out of nowhere they have a whole bunch of different reviews of these new beers that came out or liquor. Another common issue that we'll see throughout all of these clips is that shopping addiction is not taken nearly as seriously. It becomes a joke, a relatable topic. It's okay to buy a whole bunch of crap. I'm just an addict. And I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it works because there are tons of accounts with millions of followers that do the exact same thing. We look at some of the comments here. You unclutter, but buy more. Another common thing that she does, I'll show you in a second. How do you have so much money? A lot of people don't have that kind of money. They put it on credit cards and are in debt for the rest of their lives. Another comment right here. I'll always be here for the content. Haul or declutter. I too am a shopaholic and you're one of my comfort accounts. Seems like a very dangerous game, and she definitely plays on it when you look into more of her videos. Healing a shopping addiction is not linear. Old habits repeat, but I'm still actively trying and selling, as you see a full room of just crap and extra hauls. Here we have another one of just purses.
Let's declutter my purses. This is one of my favorite prints from Coach of all time. Look at that little cherry keychain. I'm 1000% not getting rid of this. I do also have the purse in pink. This is a Kate Spade. I feel like I can get this bag anytime, anywhere. So many different designers make this bag, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it.
So this started as a declutter video and immediately said that this first purse I'm not getting rid of, and then the second one that she apparently is throwing out, she also said that she could get it anywhere. So I guess it's just going to be bought again eventually in the future. And you could fast forward through this almost 5-minute video. It's just kind of showing off all of the other handbags that she has as well. You can really start seeing the manipulation from it being a declutter and Project Pan type of video to just showing off the crazy overconsumption. You could see in the comments people are calling it out, but I guess that just ups the engagement and makes this video video go even more viral. Crazy that she said you could just buy the pink Kate Spade one or a similar one again. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? That's what I was saying. I feel like you declutter something every week and I'm here for it. So you have a loyal viewer, but do you keep buying the same stuff that you threw away? I'm sure I already saw that purse decluttered a while ago. So if she's just not straight up lying to her viewers, putting the purse in a different room in her house and then magically it's around again for a future video, she is just constantly wasting money if she legitimately throws it out and buys it again in the future. And of course, you could see the comments that she hearts and replies to my shows on. I strive to be rich enough just to get rid of designer handbags because I could buy a new one anywhere at any time. Not only that, but she also becomes the Amazon influencer with all the other affiliate links, just copy and paste like all the other accounts we've seen, trying to sell you stuff 24/7.
One thing that I love is to be organized. That is why I am obsessed with this label maker that I found on Amazon.
It's amazing how easily everybody is obsessed with products that they have affiliate links and are constantly making money from. You could take a look at the description. They're adding the company with a whole bunch of different hashtags, so you know that she got paid for this video on top of the affiliate links, and it really is just never ending. This one makes me a little bit more angry compared to just the other overconsumption channels. It's my mental health. This is why I have this problem. I need to get help, and I'll help you guys get over this problem as well. And then most of their videos go right back into shopping hauls. Here we have a comment from one of you guys. One of my aunts has a shopping addiction to the point where she missed payments on rent, mortgages, car payments, and she pawned off stuff, including my grandma's jewelry, to shops. Over the years, she bought so much crap that she lost her home, been evicted, lost her cars through repossessions, etc. This kind of stuff completely ruins your life, and almost fantasizing this issue online for clicks and views is just honestly disgusting to me.
Joking around about having a shopping addiction isn't normal. Having multiple online orders on their way to you at all times isn't normal. Hiding or lying about your purchases to your partner isn't normal. A recycling bin always full of deconstructed boxes and packaging and shopping bags isn't normal. Never repeating the same outfit isn't normal. None of these things are normal, but you are not alone. I'm Hannah. I'm a former broke shopaholic who dealt with all of these things, and I'm here to help you balance healthy spending habits with your love of getting dressed.
So there are legitimate accounts trying to help people. It's not just like the previous user that we saw, and I have no problem with these accounts. You look at the comment sections though, and you could see how little this is actually taken seriously. Girl, leave me alone. Hey, so I didn't like that. Okay, but it keeps me sane temporarily. Leave me alone, smiley face. I feel victimized by this post. Leave me alone. Oh my god, I'm scared of myself. Is this play about us? There's hundreds of comments like this. So even though we have a legitimate video saying that being a shopaholic is not something to take lightly, all of the comments still take it lightly. That's why I said at the beginning of this video, it's only going to get worse. Another comment from one of you guys, my friend's 78-year-old husband has an online shopping addiction. He has multiple packages delivered daily and it's just piling up everywhere in their house. He's still working full time at almost 80 years old. Just so he can maintain his shopping habit because he's never saved his money. Imagine not being able to retire because of a lifelong shopping addiction. These 20-somethings may look cute with all of their shopping bags and organized shelves. That's exactly what we just saw in these clips. But in reality, it's truly ugly if the behavior continues. This also adds on to what I take very seriously on this channel if we're talking about finances, how difficult it's going to be for millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha to be able to retire when we do get up to that 65, 70-year-old age, and how much money you need to save so you don't work at 80 years old when your entire body hurts and you could barely move around.
The most exhausting part about having a shopping addiction is knowing that there's more cute clothes out there. It does not matter if I just went into a store and just bought 100 items. You'd think that 100 pieces of clothing would be enough to sustain a person. Logically, that makes sense. Realistically, after I leave that store where I just bought 100 items, I walk into another store and guess what? There's more cute clothes in there. Buying clothes doesn't satisfy the craving of needing more clothes. It's just never enough. Truly, all that I want in this life is just to be Carrie Bradshaw and just wear cute little sundresses and kitten heels everywhere I go and always look cute. I honestly don't think that all the clothes in the world would be enough to satisfy that dream for me. It's just so hard. I go into one store and I see cute outfits and you think that'd be the end of it, but no, then I go into another store and there's more cute outfits. And then I see somebody walking down the street that has on a cute outfit, so then I have to know where their outfit is from. Then I go to that store and there's more cute outfits. That cycle never ends. It just goes on forever and ever and ever. How is a girl to keep up? It's exhausting.
I think this is a legitimate problem to have, but just from the tone of her video, that she's not actually taking it seriously. I mean, I really just don't know what to say other than that. I have seen in comment sections though, especially when you're talking about clothing, many people are saying just go to the thrift stores. Of course, they're going to be way cheaper than going and buying anything retail. I've already talked about that to you myself. All of the golf shirts that I have, I mean, even the shirt that I'm wearing right now, I found this at a Goodwill. And if you do get lucky, you can find those good brands. This is Polo Ralph Lauren. I ended up getting this shirt for $4 at Goodwill. I would venture to guess that it's probably close to a $100 shirt. Polo Ralph Lauren is way more expensive than I actually thought it was. But even with it being a good alternative compared to going to normal retail stores to buy clothing, that could set off people to buy even more stuff because it's cheaper. So the overconsumption just goes crazy.
I just found out today that people go to rehab because they have a shopping addiction. Like, legit, go to rehab, check themselves in, live there for 30 days, all because they're addicted to shopping. I thought the addiction was just cute and not that big of a deal, but apparently not.
Unfortunately, most people think it's cute and not that big of a deal, but we could look at the comments. If you've ever seen an actual shopping addict, it's not cute. It's actually very hard to watch with 100,000 likes just on that comment. I've done the research. It's very sad. I just didn't understand the severity of it because I haven't looked into it or been exposed to it before. We could look at just a screenshot of this video crying because all I could think about is buying things all day long. All I could think about is what to buy next. Then the next day comes the same pattern. It never stops with 1.9 million likes. Doesn't get any better with the description, ha ha ha, JK, JK, hashtag shopaholic, hashtag shopping. It's literally cute to have an addiction online. And I know it's a different world compared to having a heroin addiction, but because this is not actively killing you every single day, probably will over the long run if you never have any money, but still, it's just a fun, relatable thing to post online about.
My husband is a shopaholic, and we are now $80K in debt.
Okay. Jeez. Is he aware of his problem?
Yes.
Do you guys have kids?
We do have a daughter, yes.
Well, this is a very serious situation. Are you taking it seriously?
He is looking into going to therapy, and he's hesitant and not wanting to do that.
You have to over-communicate an honest kind of evaluation of where you're at. I love you with all my heart. There's nothing I want more for us to spend the rest of our lives together, but you are making decisions that are making that impossible for us to continue. You're making me consider things I never wanted to consider in the first place, but like my hands are tied because you are putting me and our daughter at risk. And as much as I love you, I can't let that happen. And I need you to do everything in your power. If you can recognize you have a problem, I need you to start doing something about this problem.
So you can see that this branches off to way more of a problem than just yourself. Could absolutely ruin your relationship, your family. One of the biggest reasons for divorce is money issues. And if you're shopping 24/7, unless you are ultra rich, you probably don't have any money. I do also want to add in another point that I don't think too many people are talking about, and that is the rise in popularity of the replica markets when it comes to designer goods. Because with how expensive all of these brands have become, spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on t-shirts and hoodies, let alone the handbags or the luggage from Louis Vuitton, people have turned to buying replica items because they're cheaper and they look very similar to the authentics. One of the very popular ones, if you know New York City, is Canal Street. It's just completely out in the open, all of the fake items you could buy. There's places like this all over the US as well, all over the world. And I've seen shopping hauls of just fake items that people are buying, but it's still not free. It might not be thousands of dollars per shirt, per shoes, purses, whatever item you want to buy, but when you see people showing off all of the fake articles, that still ends up costing a lot of money. We have a comment from you guys. If you think maxing out credit cards to feed your shopping addiction is bad, go to a casino. You'll see degenerate gamblers getting cash advances off of their credit cards and paying hundreds of dollars in fees to do it after they max out their cards and lose all of their money gambling. Reality sets in. I've talked about it countless times on this channel. You guys know how much I hate gambling, and this next clip both mixes in shopping and gambling addictions to make a very bad outcome.
They offered me a $2,000 loan. I'm just thinking like, I'm gonna take that money and do the wrong things with it. So I owe $1,700, and this goes up like every other day. Like the interest on this is crazy.
I just spent $220 on Pokemon cards, bro. I got a problem. I just spent $220, bro.
My bank account is currently overdrafted. $956.38. I posted it on YouTube and TikTok. Everybody's laughing at me, bro. I currently don't have anything in my refrigerator as well as the freezer, but I did have enough money to get some pizza as well. I have a little bit of Sunny Delight. I worked at Dollar Tree for 10 months, Walmart for 6 months. It's the fast food. Obviously, that's where I really crossed the line where I can't work fast food. I worked at KFC for a whole month. If I can't get back with Aisha, I'm just gonna spend the rest of my life single, and I'm dead ass. Like, I need y'all to help me get her back.
So this is somebody with their entire life spiraling out of control. Gambling addict, losing all of their money, but still going out shopping, buying Pokemon cards, hundreds of dollars worth, barely having any food to be able to live. It also looked like his relationship was in the toilet. I mean, it really can't get much worse. But again, it's cute and relatable to have some sort of shopping addiction online now.
So in 2020, I filed for bankruptcy because I had $100,000 in debt.
$100,000? What was the debt?
Credit cards mostly.
Why would we have credit cards today then if without changing your behavior and you had to go through bankruptcy?
It is a lot less debt now.
No, because you went through bankruptcy. But why are we back in debt?
I just really like payment plans.
Go ahead. Tell me, why do we like payment plans? What is your logic behind there?
The idea is I can get what I want right now and pay for it later.
You only did the first part and you're only doing the first part. So you don't even do the thing you like. Wow, okay, so like literally the basic definition, you just told me what a payment plan is.
Yeah, and that's why I like it.
But you didn't pay for it later. You declared bankruptcy.
That was then.
You're headed there again. What the f are you talking about? Oh, that's funny. We're destroying our life and we're not getting to the goals we want to get to. That's hilarious.
Caleb was not happy with this guy. We have another comment from one of you guys. My sister is 100% a shopaholic. Once she came home with 4 brand new Coach bags she bought on a credit card because she was sad. And when I said she needed to take them back, she got angry at me and accused me of hating her and that it wasn't a big deal. I don't even know how much Coach bags are. I have to look it up. It looks like it could be a wide range. I see most of them for around $200. I saw a few that were $100, some that were $400. I bet you could probably get more expensive if you really wanted to. But this type of content really works with the algorithm, getting so many viewers and followers, which in turn makes you more money so you could go out and buy more crap.
Besties, I have a huge shopping haul. No, like seriously. I have a huge shopping haul. Probably my biggest haul yet. My shopping addiction is crazy. For real. Crazy.
I just don't know how this is entertainment for some people, showing off everything that she bought. You could definitely make the argument for some sort of YouTube reviewer of a product. Maybe you're looking at something online, electronics. I mean, it really could be anything. And you want to go a little bit more in depth compared to the summary that you saw of whatever product you're looking at. And you watch some tech reviewer looking at the newest iPhone or, you know, whatever, right? At least in my opinion, those videos give you a more informed opinion on whatever you're deciding to buy instead of mindlessly watching product after product as if it's just a infomercial. But as much as I think it's a little odd, if you look at the comment section, people absolutely love it. I want to stay on Haul Talk. Comment to stay on Haul Talk. How much did all of this cost? Stay on Haul Talk. 5,000 comments of this.
First things first, let's discuss the warning signs that I had for my shopping addiction. Number 1 is hiding all the packages that I was getting from my husband. Another thing I realized is I would get a really uneasy feeling in my stomach whenever anyone talked about money because I knew that I was spending all of mine. I also kind of developed this like death drive when talking about things like retirement, because even though I'm contributing to my 401k in like very generous amounts, I still was spending so much money that I couldn't plan for my financial future. So when I say death drive, what I mean is really becoming detached from my finances and spending at a dangerous rate. When you're so in debt, money starts meaning something very different to you. And you get these thought distortions like, what's another $2,000? I'm already $9,000 in debt. Those aren't my exact numbers. I'm just being hypothetical, but still, the sentiment remains. Another warning sign was my mail started getting really weird. I was getting lots and lots of letters about debt consolidation, loans, all these like really kind of unpleasant things to get. It felt really intrusive and invasive because it was like these credit card and debt companies knew more about me than I knew about myself.
And this is all from shopping. I know many other people have issues with credit card debt because of the high cost of living, just being able to survive and pay rent or pay the mortgage, the price of gas, car payments. We could go on and on, any of the other topics I've made on this channel. But she was having all of these issues just because she couldn't stop buying stuff. Some of the comments here, one clue for me is that I was so overwhelmed with how many clothing items and and makeup that I had, it was impossible to stay organized. I have a window shopping addiction. I never actually buy anything, but I spend hours online looking at stuff to buy. That could probably be in the same realm of the people who like haul talk. Even the creator replied to this comment heavy on the obsessive thoughts about shopping. The biggest sign is an emotional one for me. If your first action is to go shopping when you're stressed, it's a slippery slope. Again, I know I'm comparing it a lot, but if you get stressed and you're sad and the first thing you think of is, I'm gonna go get a drink, that could be a slippery slope to becoming an alcoholic. Another comment from one of you guys, I think people could save a lot of money by just deleting shopping apps and social media or just getting a brick phone, which is just text and call, not a smartphone. Getting bombarded with advertisements and seeing other people's lifestyles definitely adds on to the shopping addiction. Then again, I don't think I could live without YouTube. So I know I sound like a hypocrite as well, agreeing with this comment because of course I watch YouTube way more than I probably should. But if you did it all, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X. There's probably more of them that I'm forgetting right now. Advertisements and comparisons are just running through your head 24/7. And that's what these companies want. They want you to be in their world and shop at their stores, almost like you're a part of their family, but you are not. You are just a number to them, something to extract money and to increase their revenue as a whole.
Listen, TJMaxx, I know you probably have a credit card quota to fit for the day or hit for the day or whatever you want to call it, but I don't want to sign up for your credit card, and I don't want to be hounded 20 times to sign up for your credit card, and then I don't want the lead or manager come over and say, oh my gosh, but you can save all this money, and then I say no, and then like, are you sure? Because you can save. Listen, do you know what no means? No means no. I don't want a credit card. Why are we trying to put America in debt? We're already $37,000 in
If we were only $37,000 in debt, we'd be in pretty good shape right now. We're going to switch out that 1,000 into 37 trillion. I actually haven't looked in a while. Let's see how much debt we have. Almost 37 trillion right now. That's great to see. But a comment from you guys goes really well with that last clip. TJMaxx was my first job. We were required to badger customers to sign up for our credit card. We had so many repeat customers who came in and spent hundreds or even thousands every week, all on credit. It completely opened my eyes to what chronic consumerism and shopping addiction looks like. And that's exactly the problem. Every one of these retail stores has their own credit card as well. Not thinking that it's real money, boom, there goes thousands of dollars at a discount store like TJMaxx. So maybe in your mind, you're getting a good deal. You didn't go to a fancy boutique that has jeans for hundreds of dollars. You got it for only $50 at TJMaxx. But all of those small purchases add up to a lot of money at the end of the day.
When you have a shopping addiction.
I did go crazy because I didn't have clothes that fit me right. I want to present myself well if I'm single.
No, I want that too. But does that mean going and spending thousands of dollars in 1 month at Kohl's and Old Navy? Get a couple outfits.
How much do you recommend someone spending a year on clothes?
It's going to depend on their financial situation. You're in debt, you don't have an emergency fund, and you're behind in retirement. So yours would be less than the average person. Obviously, kids' clothes if they need clothes, putting cleats in there if they need to play basketball. But you justified this by saying you wanted to open your closet and everything in there was what you loved. That is not a necessity. Are you saying you had 0 pieces of clothes that fit?
Yeah, I had no sweats or yoga pants that fit.
What about everything else though?
What am I going to wear in the winter? I don't want to wear jeans every day.
If you have to rely on a credit card for emergencies because we don't have enough saved up for an emergency fund, we are okay wearing jeans for 2 months.
I did for a long time before then.
We can look at some of the comments here. Thrift shops have everything you could want. That's what I was saying before. Could be a slippery slope, but still a cheaper option. So you could get 2 pairs of sweats and 2 pairs of yoga pants for like $100, $200 max, but not over $1,000. So her stretchy clothes no longer fit, but her tight clothes, the jeans, did. I caught that as well. Did not make sense at all. Spending that much at Kohl's is wild. And that's why I hope the anti-consumerism and Project Pan movement really does get more popular in the future, because I don't know, some people seem to be so set in their ways and could really just destroy their lives.
The longer you can go without shopping or eating out, the easier it gets, because there's like an impulse to it. Like you do it and it's almost like a habit. But if you discipline yourself, it gets easier every time you get that urge to want to do it. And I noticed this because like when I was trying not to eat out and I was like just eating out twice a week, 3 times a week, like it was hard for me to want to fight off those cravings. But when I just went cold turkey and I'm like, oh no, I'm not eating fast food at all, or I'm not shopping at all. Every time I want to buy something, I just add it to my cart and come back later. It got easier and easier for me to keep pushing it out and keep pushing it out. And I think a lot of it is like, it's like marketing. Like they try to market products in a way that's almost becomes an addiction to us. And the same thing with the food. Like the food is highly addictive. Like the more you eat it, the more it's on your mind. But like if you could push it back somewhere far in your mind to where it's out of sight, out of mind, then it's a lot easier to fight off those urges to want to eat out and want to go shopping.
So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.